Hello peeps, today I'm going to show you a compound knot of which I do not know the name. Maybe there is no name, but it consists of 3 same size turksheads and has an over one, under one coating in itself so that it looks like a turkshead itself. For the balance of it, as I see it, I'm not using an odd lead turkshead, but we are doing this with 3 4-lead 3-bite turksheads. So I'm tying this now. It starts with a 2-lead 1-bite and then we expand it. And we use expansion process 1 as Tom Hall explains it. We start at the right side of the knot and then we come out under. And when we come out under the knot, we have to go in under again to build the new bite. Then we go over, come round, and now we are already splitting the pair. So we go over this. Because it goes over, we have to lock it in, and we go under this bite, and then we turn it around a bit, go over the other bite, under here, and to make it complete we always have to meet up with our standing part because this forms the last bite. So this is our 4-lead 3-bite, and now we are going to do a checkered herringbone. A checkered herringbone is something like, it looks like as if we doubled the knot in the middle of the knot, but on the bite sides we do something different. We create herringbone bites, which are usually bites that are going under the other bites, but as we have an even lead knot, and you can easily see here now that something different goes on. This one comes out over and goes in under, and on the other side the cord comes out under and goes in over. So we can suspect that something different will happen here. So one side the herringbone bites will be under, and on the other side they will be overlying. I hope this is not too much. Maybe I'm going to do an odd lead one later, but I found the even lead version more balanced. So instead of going to the right like when we're doubling, we are now staying left of the standing part or above. I like to refer to it as above because in this knot we stay above the cord that we are following. When we now go around and go into the knot again, then the sides would change. We would be at the right side of the cord, and so I find it easier to say we stay above because that does not change when we go down. You will see that. So we go over this one here, we go under this, it needs to be a bit loose here, otherwise we do not have enough space later on. So we go out over, and as we are building herringbone bites, we are not going to go in under here, but we're going over, and by this we cannot do anything else but follow the one on our left, or as I said before, we stay above the one we're following. Or do the same thing. Will be a bit loose right now, but you will see what I'm talking about. So this is only the doubled one, we just treat it as one, and now we come to this one, and usually we would split this pair here, but now we treat it as one. We go over it like this one does and come out of the knot here. So you can see we just made a bite on the other side that was overlaying, and now we come out under here, and of course we go in under. And always stay above the one we're following. So now and the doubled cord, we treat them as one. So we go under these together and come out over on this side again. This is a bit annoying, this loose part. So we come out over, and of course we go in over and treat them as one. Same here. Come out under here. Go in under again. Treat them as one, treat them as one. To shove them a bit. So now they lie next to each other, but we treat them as one as before, and we treat these as one. As this is very loose, we have to sort out our cord a bit, because you see this one slipped under there. So and now we are coming out next to our standing part. So I'm back again, and as you can easily see, our first knot, we have the bites coming out over the other one and going in over, and coming out under the other one and going in under, and vice versa. So what we see here is that we have some kind of tracks, like in the expansion of the Foley 3 bite. And what we are doing is that we do not split pairs perpendicular as we would in a pineapple or herringbone. We only split them lengthwise. We treat them as one in this direction, and we split them lengthwise. So what we need to do is that we lock in our herringbone bites. So we start with the pink one. We go between these two and go under, so as to lock this in. And then, as I said, we split lengthwise. And here we already come to our lost bite. That's what I mean when I say they are not locked, they can wander off. And we lock them in now by going under here, in this case. So the next one, we have the bite that lies over, and we have to lock it in by going over. And here we have the annoying loose ends. I just pick them out of the way. And here we already encounter our new cord that split the pair, and so now we have to treat them all individually because they're not a pair anymore. But on the other hand, there's nothing to explain here because this is all very self-explanatory. If you do it in any other way, it would not work. It would just not work out. So here again, we have our bite that's slipped under, and we have to angle for it and to lock it in by going under. Again the pair, another pair, and here's the new cord already, and here again the bite, the white bite is has slipped under. We just angle for it. That's the reason probably that most people, so here we have these pinkies that slip down, just pull them up a bit, that most people want to use pins because they have problems with the bites when they move around. But I found that I learned the most by not using the pins, by just having to work out what happened to my bites and what's going on. So I suggest you try it. And pins are good in certain circumstances, but I learned more by ignoring them most of the time. And by ignoring any run lists. As you can see, I'm not saying over one and so on. You just do it. You see what you have to do. There's no way of you need to remember, because this thing here you can do with every Turk's head, whatever you want. And but if you are stuck on run lists, you need someone, at least someone to give you one, or make yourself one. Yeah, it just, doing it like this makes you free. Takes a bit more time, but it makes you free. So you always have to arrange your cord. You see, this is the bite that lies over on this side, so you have to pull it down a bit so that these cords stay where they are, or where they need to be. And here again, if you want a nice looking knot, and this might be a bit too tight, and I always veer off by working like this a bit, then you should just use a bigger mandrel, because if the knot is really tight you cannot rework it and make it look nice anymore. So maybe in this case you might want to use pins just for keeping them where they belong and make it look better. So see, this one slipped a bit under, or down, not under, it slipped down. And we have to get it up again. So here. I just leave this under because it's only one cord. Just need one white here. And here the white already slipped where it doesn't belong. I only use one of the pink here. And so one is not too tight, so you could. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you can follow, and I hope you can try and do this with an odd lead Turk's head. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.